Well, the world's richest man has successfully made it to space. All right. Jeff Bezos is officially an astronaut. His Blue Origin rocket launched from Texas this morning. It carried Bezos, his brother Mark, and 2 other people to the edge of space. Now, they experienced weightlessness for about 4 minutes. Roughly 11 minutes after takeoff, the capsule parachuted back to Earth and landed safely. Bezos was greeted by cheers as he got out of the capsule wearing a cowboy hat. He called it, quote, the best day ever. We'd like to give a shout out also to 82-year-old pilot Wally Funk. You guys clap it up for her. Who's also, you got to hear this. She was on the trip. She is now the oldest astronaut ever. Just so you know, she applied and worked with the original astronauts and wanted to work, but they never let her because she's a woman. And when she was 40 and they finally did, they said, oh, now you're too old. So she got to fly. How exciting is that at 82 years old? So what does everybody think?
I think this just shows how sweet of a guy Jeff Bezos is. This is this beautiful, beautiful thing.
Are you serious?
I think, look who he chose to go with him.
Well, I had to ask, you were laughing as you said it.
I'm laughing because I know Tory doesn't feel that way. But I think that this is a kind man. He chose selected people that came out to space with him. They had a great time. I think he spent his money wisely on the space exploration. The only lackluster part is that the flight was only 10 minutes and 10 seconds. And I thought that they were going to go, like, in my mind, I don't know anything about space. I thought they were going to go to the moon, come around, hang out for a couple days. That didn't happen.
That takes a while to get there.
Yeah, I know. Okay. I didn't calculate that properly.
Okay.
What do you think, Al?
I mean, look, we have to start somewhere. And this is, we've been kind of playing around with the idea. There was Virgin Galactic for a little while, the idea of, personal space exploration. And we kind of sort of did it. And we will, I mean, just think about the first phone call. I'm sure that wasn't great. But,
what up?
But here we are now. So, I mean, I do think that this is something that maybe even not in our lifetime, but in our kids' lifetime, maybe to be like, hey, let's save up and in 10 years we'll go to space. And it's a realistic thing.
And I agree with all of you. I think that's wonderful. I love Star Trek, and Star Trek is about the beauty of space exploration and learning. I think it's the future. I just think all these billionaires spending all this money to go somewhere like a road to space, to get to space, feels a little, and maybe you can call me out on this, escapism from what's actually going on Earth. Meaning, if I had that much money that I could literally turn around climate change in my country or help childhood hunger, I would feel a moral compass and a responsibility towards that rather than a cowboy hat in space. I feel strongly that space is important, but I also feel our Earth is burning up and we aren't stopping it, so we're just going to go to space and that's the escape. That's what I feel all these billionaires are doing.
You know, it's just interesting because the 2 things that you're bringing up, he has a $10 billion fund.
Commitment fund.
Commitment fund that he already he already put hundreds of millions towards it.
Right.
And then he has a $100 million to Feeding America fund.
His ex-wife just donated $2.7 billion.
I know, but so you're comparing like how much you think he should spend on what thing, but this man is very charitable.
He's not charitable.
That is charitable. $100 million and $7 billion commitment.
No, billions it's charitable for Jeff Bezos. Like, we're talking millions is nothing. I'm being honest. I don't think that's a lot of money.
But who are you to say
Bezos.
how much somebody should give away when they are the one that's a billionaire?
It's not.
You're saying what you would give away. So if you were Jeff Bezos and you would go on and you would fix every road in America and then go to space. Like, this man has been interested in space since he was younger.
Awesome.
He actually went up there on the anniversary of Neil Armstrong going up there. So it's like a big deal to him. And space actually helps us figure out the future and where we're going.
For 4 minutes.
What if
Meanwhile, I could end childhood hunger with a check. So
he gave a $100 million check. What do you want?
I'm talking about using your money responsibly instead of a tourism that only billionaires can afford in the future.
But maybe
only millionaires, only well-off people could afford to take the first flights. Flights weren't made for everybody. Now everybody can connect with their family across the country, across the world.
Southwest.
You know, exactly. Southwest, Frontier. Like, so what do you mean? It's going to change over time, but he's starting this trend just like the other billionaires that are helping start this trend.
Both can be true, right? I like space exploration. I like what he's doing. Do I wish he spent more in taxes? Do I wish he spent more like his ex-wife who's spending billions on historical black colleges? Yes, I do. I think it looks weak, and it's not my moral
That's an
compass.
Erroneous argument, Tory. Everybody writes off a dinner that they didn't actually talk about business
course.
on.
Did I write
so don't tell what Amazon should do in taxes and what you would do. Okay, maybe not me. Everybody, I'm guessing, might write off a dinner.
Zero taxes in 2018 is a little absurd for you to be like, yeah, well, he can write it off.
But that's the system that we're under.
Dude, you have a moral compass to pay back to your country.
Capitalism does not reward your moral compass.
Wow.
And
so no ethics are part of capitalism.
No, literally, it's nowhere in the definition of capitalism is ethics. It's capitalizing
he doesn't
upon the
morally
situation.
have to give $100 million to feed the children that need feeding.
No, but I would feel a responsibility to do so.
So he's morally sound then. Just by the charities that he has given money to, he is morally sound, based on what you're saying.
I think he could do so much more on Earth right now to stop someone's pain. Now, I think we can do both. I just want to see more money go because he has that much money.
Tory wants Bezos living in efficiency, just like giving all his money away.
I don't. I think, but millions is nothing to him. Give $1 billion. Do something. His wife is. Ex-wife, excuse me.
Man, tough crowd.
Shout out to Mackenzie. All right. Whew. Heated. I like it.
I love it.